What's up guys, this is Chris from Tech Chefs, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech G300 Gaming Mouse. Now, I picked up this mouse because I was tired of using the stock mouse that came with my desktop. It was really lightweight, crappy, had a really bad DPI, and I thought, you know what, I'd invest in something a little bit more, crafted for what I like to do. And I have to say that for the price, this mouse is pretty amazing. I'm going to tell you why. Now, to start things off, the basic thing with gaming mice is their DPI. This one has 2,500 DPI, which I find to be perfectly fine. It's a little bit on the low end as far as gaming mice go, but I have no problem with it, and whenever I max out the DPI, it's a little too fast for my taste. Maybe I'll get used to it and I'll want something with a higher DPI in the future, but for right now, this is perfectly fine with what I use it for. Now, the first thing you instantly notice about this mouse is that it has these programmable macros all over the mouse. And for somebody who's not used to gaming mice, this can be kind of shocking and overwhelming, and you'll think, wow, that's really unnecessary, but they're actually extremely handy for gaming. This particular mouse has 6 macro buttons. There's 2 on each side, and there's 2 in the middle here. And these are really adaptive, and you could use them for just about anything. In the software included with the mouse, you could save 3 profiles to the onboard memory on the mouse, or you could save as many profiles as you like on your computer. You could choose between which one. And when you choose the option to save the profiles on your computer, you could actually have them automatically set whenever you open that program. So let's say you have special macros set out for League of Legends. Every time you open League of Legends, the mouse will automatically change into that mode. And that's pretty awesome. But for what I use it for right now, I've kept the mouse on the onboard memory, and like I said before, you could keep up to 3 macro settings on the mouse itself. So if you were to take this mouse and go to someone else's house and plug it in, it would still keep those same 3 macros, which is pretty awesome. What's even cooler about this mouse is how you can change the macros on the fly. As you can see, this red stripe here, this is actually an LED. And whenever you want to change the macro setting on your mouse, you simply press the G8 button here, and you will see the colors just changed. Now, I have 3 settings, like I said, on this mouse. My red one is my FPS setting. It's got a really high sensitivity and a couple macros for grenades and such. I have a yellow macro that is for Smite, the MOBA game that I'm currently closed beta testing, and I have some chat commands and some spells on here. And my third one is blue for League of Legends, where I have my summoner spells here and pinging on the map here and recalling right here. So this on-the-fly macro switching is really, really helpful, and on my FPS setting I actually have this button here programmed to be a DPI switcher. So if I'm editing pictures or editing video and I need just that extra level of control over my mouse, I just press this button and my DPI is instantly changed lower, so I'm able to have more control over whatever I'm doing. As you can see, it is very well suited to be used for a long period of time for gaming. These actual side grips here are textured, and it's very comfortable to hold for a long period of time. The cord itself has a really good length. I've never caught myself tugging on the cord, and my computer's on the other end of this massive desk. As for the actual mouse button themselves, they're kind of depressed, if you could see that. They're just kind of sunk in, so your fingers naturally sink into them, so they're like triggers. And for the styling of this mouse, you can see that the bottom is red. You have your laser off center here, and the mouse glides across your desk perfectly fine. I've never had it get caught on anything. I don't use a mouse pad. This desk is fine for me, and it's got great travel on this wood desk. The major key with this mouse is that mice like this that have these kind of features usually run for a lot of money, and $60 on a mouse, it seems kind of hefty for me. This mouse was $35 at my local Best Buy. So that's completely amazing that you get all these features in a package for such a low price. But for what I use it for, this mouse is absolutely amazing. I really love it. I have no major gripes with it. My only beef, and this is just because I'm really particular, is the scroll wheel. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the scroll wheel is really recessed in there, so at times it can be pretty hard to get to. It's not very easy to use, and it's kind of in an awkward position. Because these 2 mouse buttons are depressed and your fingers lay in here naturally, it's really kind of a chore to have to reach over and scroll up and down. Your fingers rub against each other, and it's just really inconvenient. If you're playing a game where the scroll wheel is really useful, that can become a problem, but I in particular don't play any of this game, so it really hasn't caused that much trouble for me. But keep that in mind if you have like a weapon changer set to your scroll wheel or something like that. It can be a pain in the ass. So in all, this is a fantastic mouse for those who haven't used a gaming mouse before and are wanting to get a better mouse than, their stock or their wireless mouse that they have without spending too much money. So all in all, I give this mouse an 8 out of 10 rating. It's fantastic for the price, and I would go as far to say that if you're still using the stock mouse or a $10 wireless mouse on your computer or laptop, pick up one of these. It'll be infinitely better, and with a $35 price range, there's really no reason why you shouldn't get this mouse. This has been Chris with Tech Chefs, and this has been the review of the Logitech G300 Gaming Mouse.